Welcome back, my friends, to another episode of the Denial of the Day podcast. And we are going to talk to you about something kind of interesting and roundabout.
Mhm.
And here's my claims manager, Chris Barrientos.
Hello, everyone. How's everyone doing today?
Doing
Obviously, can't
great.
reply back and say great, but yeah, thanks, Taylor. Say great for everyone else.
That's right, buddy.
um, well, it's going to be back on the show again, and we want to talk about something that is really, really, really important, which was always used to be overlooked. Now we're starting to see it come back and bite people in the tail if they don't do this.
Right.
So, what I'm talking about is in your duties after loss, which we have talked to you guys about before. There was one particular duty in there that no one really does. And it's called within 60 days, or let me explain it to you. Within 60 days after filing a claim, they want you to send in a sworn proof of loss statement.
Right.
Now, Taylor, what is a proof of loss? Just keep it just very, very generic for general for everyone.
Definitely. It's basically you are swearing to the best of your knowledge that the amount of the loss and the items, say, in the estimate that your contractor created, the line items are accurate and correct to the best of your knowledge. And you're swearing, hey, I had a loss here, and based on my contractor and the estimate and the different people I've spoken to, this is
Mhm.
roughly what it's going to cost. Sometimes if it's a fire loss and there's the contractor aspect of it as well as contents. There are various sworn proofs of loss. Okay. But the
Mhm.
one thing that I want you to understand is what Chris said is most insurance policies, most say, hey, within 60 days, you have to get us a 60 days after the loss, you have to get us a sworn proof of loss. And ultimately, some of those policies don't say anything at all. And usually that means when the insurance company requests it, you have a certain amount of time. So just make
Mhm.
sure you're understanding your policy and the duties after loss. Chris, what would a good agent do in this situation?
Yeah, no, that's a great question. So 99% of the time, if someone has an agent, they're going to call their agent first to file a claim. Some of the best agents that we work with, in Colorado and, all around, they know that, hey, this could possibly come up. So those good agents are kind of preparing them that, you're going to have to send out this proof of loss form to your insurance company,
Right.
and they're going to double check those time frames. So it's going to be within 60 days. So here's what you need to do. You need to get an estimate from a roofing contractor, and then
Right.
we'll fill it out together. That's what a great agent does. And that's the ones that we work with
Right.
do that.
Right.
Now, not all agents do that. Not all agents even bring it up.
So
Not
what do
all
you have
agents.
to do if they don't?
Yes, exactly. So here is if they don't, basically, here are just some basic steps you can do. One, you can request just kind of a general template of what that proof of loss looks like from your insurance company.
Right.
So they'll provide that to you all the time. Then what you want to do is you want to have an actual estimate completed by a general contractor, or even a public adjuster, because we can help fill
Right.
that out for you as well. And what you don't want to do is when you fill this out again, Taylor explained it what it is like you're basically saying that these are the damages, this is my coverage, and I'm signing it. A lot of them have you notarize it.
Right.
Uh,
That's important.
it
The
is.
notary, if it has a notary stamp on there or requires a notary, you have to go to the bank or some sort of store, whatever, that you can pay for someone to notarize it saying it was you
Mhm.
that authorized the document, so so forth. But continue on, Chris.
Yeah, so do that. But there's also certain things you want to do, like a professional like us. We'll make sure that there's certain verbiage in there that's not going to hold you to that proof of loss
Right.
statement.
Right.
We want to make sure that that's done right too. So
Yeah.
definitely reach out to Bellator first again, so we can put that together nice and neat for you. So
BellatorClaims.com. Chris, continue.
exactly. But what I will say is how this has come back to bite some people right now when they're filing claims
Right.
is they file a claim, they get pushback from the insurance company. It's been over 2 or 3 months now, or 6 months, however long they've been doing this, and then they get us involved. Whether we're going to treat this as an appraisal for our insureds or if we're going to treat it as a
Right.
public adjuster. Some of those things are starting to come back, and we're feeling that. And I'll just give you guys a perfect example.
Yeah.
Some
This
insurance
is
companies,
really
right,
important. Really
really,
important.
really important. Some insurance companies right now, because we explained to you in one of ours what an appraisal is and how it, basically just from like a 500,000 view of like looking down of, hey, this is just the basics. So long story short, when you invoke an appraisal, The insurance company puts language in their appraisal clauses now that says that if you did not do this step, which was fill out your proof of loss within 60 days, we could deny your appraisal request. And
Yeah.
we're seeing that. And we are
So
getting, some people are getting denied to invoke appraisal, and then they're just completely stuck. Like there's nothing they can do.
yeah.
So
So
that's
it goes
why it's a
back to
big
what,
topic.
yeah, so it goes back to what you and I, Chris, talk about all the time, is you have to read the policy. I mean,
Mhm.
there's been a few episodes that we haven't discussed that, but and we know you guys hate reading the policy. Trust us, we know that. Sometimes we do too. But ultimately, this is the thing is if you don't read your policy and fulfill your obligations, you really can't expect the insurance company to fulfill their obligations because it's a two-way contract, right? There's two parties, the insurance company and you as the insured. And that contract is called an insurance policy. And you as the insured and them as the insurer have to follow the rules which are outlined in the policy. And it says, if it says, hey, you must fill out a sworn proof of loss within 60 days from the date of loss, then
Mhm.
you have to do that. And if you don't fulfill your obligations, is the insurance company on the hook to fulfill theirs? I think it depends. I mean, there's different variations of that, and we work with insurance litigation attorneys that know all this stuff, and we hear different stories depending on the situation. So it does vary. However, the insurance company can never accuse you of not doing your duties after loss if
Mhm.
you go read the policy and you check all the boxes. I did this, I did this, I did this,
Mhm.
I did that. And you do all of them, the insurance company can't come back and be like, well, you didn't do that, so we don't have to agree to appraisal. They have nothing to
Mhm.
disagree with. So it puts them and the ball in their court, so they have to make the decision on what to do next, and you don't have to worry about it. So that's super important. Chris, I appreciate you bringing that to our attention today because it is one thing that is highly overlooked. And just like Chris was saying, is if you have a really good insurance agent that's actually acting and working on your behalf, they'll help you and they'll guide you through some of that stuff. If you don't, you need to make sure you read the policy and follow the instructions. If there is a loss, it'll tell you duties after loss. That's the section. And
Mhm.
you have to go through that and make sure you follow all of those things.
Mhm.
However, Bellator Claims.com, you hire us to be your public insurance adjuster. One of the first things that we do is look at your policy and make sure that it has the coverage that you need to get the claim paid fully and fairly.
Mhm.
And within that, it's the duties after loss section, which we go and verify has this been completed? If not, we will guide you as our insured client to do those steps that need to be done to then make sure that you are in compliance with the policy and you have fulfilled all of your duties after loss. So, Chris,
Absolutely.
my brother, last word. Where are you?
Last word is hail season's coming up, so
Right.
it's always best to get us involved in the very, very beginning.
That's right.
So keep that in mind. We can do that proof of loss for you. We can inspect your property. Even we can even put that estimate together for you,
Yeah,
and we can give you referrals of some of the greatest general contractors that we work with. So
that's
get
right.
us involved right away.
Absolutely 100%. If you have a claim upcoming or you've already made a claim, if you're a roofing contractor, restoration contractor, general contractor, or an insured, contact us today, bellatorclaims.com. Let us know how we can help you. And one other favor, if you like the content that we're creating, please like, follow, and share this content and subscribe to our channel. That helps us get the message out to so many people that need it. Thank you so much. We'll see you next time.